ASMR I can easily watch all day, let alone on repeat, and the ones I can honestly just live without. Now, I kind of want to get the elephant out of the room real quick before we move on. You probably already noticed it by now. And no, I just didn't decide to put stickers on my face. Listen, I said no. Didn't you hear me? These aren't. Anyway, I was so close to having a crash out. And I'm sure you guys can relate. You know, when you walk into the bathroom or something and you're looking in the mirror, you notice one catches your eye. Put a pimple patch on. Then maybe the next day or so, go back in there, you're looking in the mirror, there's another one. And then another one pops up. And you either, again, come so close to crashing out, or you crash out, all in general. I'm surprised I did not. I'm surprised things weren't thrown, broken. The list goes on. So, we're kind of going through it over here. But, you know, thank God for pimple patches. Okay? I have Snoopy on right now. Anyway, into today's, what am I trying to say? I lost my train of thought. See, I was thinking of that crash out that I should have had. Let's get into today's video. Now, there's definitely a long list of ASMR, like actual triggers, role plays, and stuff like that that I could easily just watch all day. Repeat all week, the whole month, if that. And plenty that I can definitely live without. I know we all have it, or probably thinking of it right now. Those ones that we love, those ones that we're just not that big of a fan of, those certain ones that you might think, why does this exist? Or, to more positive, I'm glad this exists. So we're gonna go through that. Thumbs this video up and subscribe if you enjoy it. So let's go ahead and start with the ones I can easily watch all day, let alone just on repeat in general. Now, there are plenty of times where I will go on a kick of watching something, whether it's some kind of role play or just like an actual trigger, Now, on here, I watch a lot of real person ASMR. Now, of course, I'll watch other, just like one person like me, of course, but it'll kind of mostly, in a way, stay, real person. So, with those, it's definitely the makeup that draws me in. I have definitely been on that kick lately. I don't know what it is, but, ASMR, of course, in general, is my form of therapy at this point. As I'm sure it is for a lot of you guys. But the makeup part somehow just again draws me in. It's soothing and relaxing. Maybe it's the not too much talking part. Now obviously there's gonna be a little, explaining to the person what they're doing next. You know, doing eyes, you know, cheeks, something. But still, there's not too much. You're just sitting there kind of really just enjoying the sounds. You know, and I think maybe that's really what does it. So you probably definitely find in my search bar a lot of real person ASMR stuff. Let alone in my history. Or there was one time when I went through, I don't remember if it was recently or not, but there was a point where I went through a hair cutting ASMR phase. That's all I would literally try to look up. And specifically, wood cutting. Yeah, like wood haircut. You know, they have those wooden scissors that you see a lot probably. And I don't know. I mean, again, that kind of just draws me in sometimes. I can't really explain, you know, certain things like that. But I think if you watched it, you probably get it. You know, it becomes a favorite trigger of yours. Now, let's move on to some of the ones I could definitely live without. This one might take really quick, because if you've been here with me since the beginning, 3 years, you are probably yelling at your phone, tablet, whatever it is you're watching on right now. You know what I'm gonna say. Now, before we get to that point, I always mention when I say this, it's nothing personal. Of course, it never is. To whoever created that certain trigger. It's just not for me personally, of course. And I know that's how everyone is, you know. Again, we have those ones that we love, that we are hooked on, we will watch anytime. And there's gonna be those ones, whether it's like maybe just 1, 2, 3, whatever, that we're like, that's just not for me. You know, I don't enjoy that sound. Okay, for me, I don't remember exactly when I realized it, but for me, it's spit painting. Let alone anything mouth sounds related. Like, I can't with the whole thing. I can't. It's just, that's not for me. Okay? And I know, of course, what those videos. Thank God you're not actually doing that on a real person. But it's just like, who would want that? Plus, I think I've mentioned on here before, there was one time I was scrolling through my FYP on TikTok where someone doing that come up, and now she indeed took it way too far. Everyone in the comments also knew it. And I think that's what really kicked in my hatred, you know, for it. You know, if I didn't hate it enough, of course, it just, yeah, it did not need to go that far. But yeah, that in particular trigger is just not for me. You will never see me do it. Now, people on TikTok have requested it to me. I think really only a couple times. But, and obviously I'll do it. You know, even if I don't want to. But I'm not going to sit here and, of course, just do it all the time. Let alone, like, once in a blue moon. can't do it. I had a friend who did that, and I couldn't. I mean, I already couldn't deal with it in general, but yeah, no. So let me know in the comments, which ASMR videos could you easily watch on repeat? Let alone maybe like all day in general and stuff. And what are those certain triggers that maybe you can easily